Very good morning, students. Today we are going to discuss Rule 2. What does the Rule 2 say in case of subject-verb agreement? Rule 1 में हमने देखा we have to find out the true subject and then fill in the appropriate verb. Now, Rule 2 says nouns joined with and. When two nouns are joined with and, it becomes plural. But sometimes it becomes singular also. We have to find out when it becomes singular and when it becomes plural. In case of singular, we have to use singular verb, and in case of plural, we have to use plural verb. Let us solve this exercise and the joins joined with and. For example, Rupali and Mrigna. Rupali and Mrigna are two persons, are two girls, dash friends. Fill in is or are. Is friends or are friends? It's very simple because these two nouns, Rupali and Mrigna, joined with and becomes plural, so we shall write are friends. Rupali and Mrigna are friends. Next is gold and silver. These are two different metals. Gold and silver dash precious metals are precious metals because this noun phrase joined with and is plural, and this verb are agrees with this noun phrase which is plural. Plural subject, plural verb. My father and my teacher, there are two different persons. One is my father and the other one is my teacher, joined with and. So this is a noun phrase, my father and my teacher, dash close friends, means they are close friends. Plural subject, plural verb. This verb must agree in number with the subject, with the noun, or with the antecedent for which that verb is going to be used. Next is now. This is not always true. In some cases, nouns or subjects joined with and, they seem to be plural, but they are singular, and we use singular noun with them, singular verb with them. For example, my father and teacher. Here, what is the difference between this above sentence and this sentence? Here, there is no this word. This word is not there. This possessive adjective is not there. My father and teacher. These two nouns, my father, teacher, are joined with and. It should become plural. But no, it is not plural. Why? Because in this sentence, my father and teacher refer to the same person. वो मेरे फादर भी हैं और वही टीचर हैं. My father and teacher dash an intelligent person. Here we shall fill in is, not are. My father and teacher is an intelligent person. यहां आपको कंफ्यूज नहीं होना है. यदि ये दोनों नाउन किसी डिटर्मिनर से, किसी प्रोनाउन से, किसी एडजेक्टिव से प्रेसिडेड हैं, अलग अलग, तो दे रेफर टू टू डिफरेंट पर्सन्स. बट इफ दिस माई, here this my refers to both of these nouns. My father and teacher means जो मेरे father हैं वही teacher, वो एक teacher हैं, and he is an intelligent person. We can replace this noun with he, but in this case we can't replace my father and my teacher with he. Here we shall if we want to replace it, we have to use they. They are close friends. But in this sentence, we can't use they. We shall use he is an intelligent person. आपको इस प्रकार से sentences में ध्यान रखना है. For example, one more example is there, bread and butter. Of course, bread is a noun, butter is one more noun joined with and. But bread and butter is used as a unit, as a single unit. So, here bread and butter becomes a singular subject. And for a singular subject, we shall use a singular verb, not a plural. यहां आपको and देखते ही plural verb fill in नहीं करनी है. You have to identify the subject, either it is singular or plural. Bread and butter refer to the same thing as a unit. That's my favorite breakfast means is my favorite breakfast. In the same way, rice and curry is my favorite lunch, not are my favorite lunch, because it becomes a unit, a single unit. It refers to a single unit. Next is the sum and substance. The sum and substance mean conclusion, the conclusion. It becomes singular. Sum and substance of any topic, of any poem. The sum and substance of this poem or of the poem is given below, is written below. Is singular verb for singular subject. And keep this thing in your mind. If it refers to a single person, a single thing, a single idea, it becomes singular subject and it takes a singular verb. Next is the writer and poet. The same thing is here. This noun writer is preceded by the article the writer and poet. But here there is no article, there is no determiner, means this the refers to or modifies this noun as a single person. The writer and poet means a single person, the same person is the writer and the poet also. So, this is the singular subject and we shall use a singular verb. The writer and poet is no more. Is no more means एक उस पर्सन की डेथ हुई है जो राइटर भी था और पोएट भी था. The writer and poet is no more or is dead. But if we write, if we add the before this poet, this word poet, the writer and the poet means the writer and the poet. Now it refers to two different persons. The writer कोई और person है, the poet कोई और person है. They have become two people, two persons, means a plural subject. And as you know, plural subject takes a plural verb. We have to use the writer and the poet are friends. इस प्रकार से अगर आप ध्यान से उस एंड से जुड़े हुए नाउन्स और नाउन फ्रेजेस को देखेंगे तो आप उनके नेचर से, उनके यूसेज से उसके सिंगुलर या प्लूरल होने का पता लगाएंगे. इफ इट इज सिंगुलर, इफ यू फाइंड इट ए सिंगुलर नाउन, सिंगुलर सब्जेक्ट, यूज सिंगुलर वर्ब. इफ यू फाइंड इट a plural subject, use a plural verb. Next is rule 3. What does this rule say? This rule tells us that if two singular nouns or two singular words are joined by or, either or neither nor. If two singular words are joined by or, either or, neither nor, then they always take a singular verb. For example, neither the radio nor the TV. Here, neither the radio is a singular noun, a singular subject. Again, the TV is also a singular subject. Neither the radio nor the TV dash working properly. Here, The two singular subjects are joined by nor. As per rule 3, they will take a singular verb. For example, they will take was after them, was working properly. Neither the radio nor the TV was working properly. यहां हम वर्क का यूज नहीं करेंगे, ये देखकर कि यहां टीवी और रेडियो दो नाउन्स हैं, दो सब्जेक्ट्स हैं, इसलिए हम प्लूरल लगा दें. नो, ऑलवेज टेक ए सिंगुलर वर्ब आफ्टर देम. नेक्स्ट एग्जांपल इज Ramesh or Mahesh. There are two nouns, Ramesh and Mahesh, two proper nouns joined by or. Always take a singular verb. For example, Ramesh or Mahesh dash a car. Has a car or have a car? Has a car. A singular verb has will be used. And the next example is either the clerk, means if the boss of an office asked where is the file, and the peon or someone replies either the clerk or the accountant. Either the clerk or the accountant dash the file, means have the file or has the file. They will take a singular verb, has the file. Two nouns, two singular nouns, the clerk or the accountant are joined by or, so they will take, this sentence will take a singular verb. In this way, we can say that two singular words are joined by or, either or, neither nor, use a singular verb. Rule number 4, what does it say? Rule number 4 is as the rule number says, when two subjects either singular or plural. यहां पर कंडीशन थी टू सिंगुलर वर्ड्स जॉइंड बाय. रूल 4 में हम बात करेंगे इफ टू सब्जेक्ट्स आइदर सिंगुलर और प्लूरल connected with either or, neither nor, not only but also, then we shall use the verb according to the later or nearer subject. For example, neither the trader, here the trader is a singular subject, neither the trader nor the buyers. Here this subject, the buyers, is a plural subject. Which one is the later subject? The trader or the buyers? बाद वाला सब्जेक्ट कौन सा है? The buyers. क्योंकि हमें वर्ब यहां यूज करनी है. We have to fill in the verbs here. We shall use this verb agreeing with the later or the nearer subject, the buyers. Being the plural subject, we shall use a plural verb here. We shall not use a singular verb according to this former subject, which is a singular subject. We shall use the verb according to the later subject or the nearer subject. Neither the trader nor the buyers is or are in favor of price hike. Price hike के फेवर में ना ही तो ट्रेडर है और ना ही बायर्स हैं. Next sentence is either he or I dash mistaken. Now he or I. Use the verb according to the later subject. Means I के साथ हम am का यूज करेंगे. Either he or I am mistaken. या तो गलती उससे हुई है या मुझसे हुई है. Am mistaken. हम यहां is का यूज नहीं करेंगे. Next is neither she nor you. Again, this is the former subject and you is the later subject. We shall use the verb according to this nearer or later subject. Is or are, we shall use are with you. Neither she nor you are responsible for the loss. जो नुकसान हुआ है उसके लिए ना ही तो वो जिम्मेवार है और ना ही तुम जिम्मेवार हो. Neither she nor you are responsible for the loss. In this way, when two singular words are joined by these conjunctions, or when the two subjects are connected with either or, neither nor, not only but also, use the verb according to the nearer subject or according to the later subject. Now, let us discuss rule number 5. In rule number 5, if these phrases with, along with, together with, besides, as well as are preceded by a singular subject in a sentence, use a singular verb. But if the same phrases are preceded by a plural subject, use a plural verb. किसी भी सेंटेंस में यदि सिंगुलर सब्जेक्ट के बाद ये फ्रेजेस हों, उसके बाद चाहे प्लूरल सब्जेक्ट हो चाहे सिंगुलर सब्जेक्ट हो, यूज सिंगुलर वर्ब. इससे पहले यदि प्लूरल सब्जेक्ट है तो हमें बाद वाला सब्जेक्ट नहीं देखना है कि वो सिंगुलर है या प्लूरल है. आप केवल इन फ्रेजेस को देखिए और उससे पहले वाले सब्जेक्ट को देखिए. इफ इट इज सिंगुलर, यूज सिंगुलर वर्ब. इफ इट इज प्लूरल, यूज प्लूरल वर्ब. आइए एक कुछ एग्जाम्पल्स के माध्यम से हम इस रूल के एप्लीकेशन को समझें. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, मिस्टर राज along with his children. Here Mr. Raj is a singular subject preceded by along with. We shall use verb according to Mr. Raj, means singular verb. Mr. Raj along with his children, although his children is a plural noun, but we shall use the verb agreeing with the previous or the former subject which is singular. We shall use is. Mr. Raj along with his children is going to USA. यहां हमें children देखकर are fill in नहीं करना है. You have to use the singular verb because along with is preceded by a singular subject. Let us take one more example. Our Prime Minister as well as the ministers. Our Prime Minister is a singular subject as well as the ministers is a plural subject. But because as well as the phrase as well as is preceded by a singular subject, we shall use a singular verb. Our Prime Minister as well as the ministers is obliged to serve the nation. In this way, we shall use the verb agreeing with the subject preceded by, along with, as well as, together with, etc. Now, let us take some more examples. If the same phrases are preceded by a plural subject, use a plural verb. For example, they is a plural subject as well as their coach. Their coach is a singular noun. But we shall use the verb agreeing with they. They as well as their coach are going to participate in Olympics. Next sentence is you as well as I. Here, as well as is preceded by you. You as well as I dash responsible for the failure. मान लीजिए किसी एग्जामिनेशन में एक टीचर के कुछ स्टूडेंट्स फेल हो जाते हैं. Then the teacher says, केवल आप फेल नहीं हुए हैं. You as well as I are responsible for the failure. इस असफलता के लिए, इस फेल्योर के लिए तुम और मैं इकट्ठे जिम्मेवार हैं. यहां हम आई को देखकर एम का यूज नहीं करेंगे बिकॉज बच्चे अक्सर आई के साथ एम का यूज करने के हैबिचुअल होते हैं. and they will use am with I. But in this sentence, this verb will be used according to this subject. You as well as I are responsible for the failure. Next is the principal along with all the teachers dash welcomed. किसी फंक्शन में उनका स्वागत किया गया. The principal along with is preceded by the singular subject. Along with is preceded by the singular subject, the principal. We shall use a singular verb. The principal along with all the teachers. यहां हमें टीचर्स देखकर प्लूरल वर्ब यूज नहीं करनी है. The principal along with all the teachers was welcomed, not were. But if I reverse the subjects in the same sentence, all the teachers along with the principal, now along with is preceded by a plural subject, all the teachers. Now I shall use a plural verb. All the teachers along with the principal were welcomed. इस प्रकार से यदि with, together with, along with, besides, as well as इनसे पहले सिंगुलर सब्जेक्ट है तो हम सिंगुलर वर्ब का यूज करेंगे. अगर इनसे पहले प्लूरल सब्जेक्ट है तो हम प्लूरल वर्ब का यूज करेंगे. हमें इनके बाद वाला सब्जेक्ट नहीं देखना है, चाहे वो सिंगुलर है चाहे वो प्लूरल है. वी शैल यूज द वर्ब agreeing with the former subject. In this way, we can apply rule number 5 in case of subject-verb agreement in different sentences. Thank you very much.